Hey up and welcome back. This week you join myself, Katherine and a group of friends, and I'm currently stood on the bank of the River Avon. We're just south of Coventry at the minute, so we're in Warwickshire, Shakespeare's County, and we all had work yesterday, got home, scrambled the kit together, we jumped in with Gareth and we came down here last night. And we camped here, which is one of those wild camping sites, so you basically pay, but there's not a lot here, so you're still out in nature. It's a really cool site. I'll put the thing down there. No affiliation, but if you are this way, it's a cool little site. So yeah, plan is we're just going to load all the boats up and we're going to be hitting the river in about 20 minutes or so. So yeah, proper looking forward to this one. This is another one that finally made it out the group chat, boys. Let's go. Quick brewski before launch.
That's it. Got to keep the army happy, haven't we?
Well, that's it, mate. Happy wife, happy life and all that.
Oh, yes.
You know it.
Mad Max. Come on, Paul, see if you can get through the first bit.
No sooner than we just got in the water, first obstruction. Always just cutting the branches out of the way. The River Avon is 95 miles long. It rises from a spring in Naseby, Northamptonshire, and it flows through the counties of Leicestershire, Warwickshire and Gloucestershire before it joins the River Severn in Tewkesbury. Like most English rivers these days, due to private companies and farming chemicals, the water isn't exactly healthy. I did a bit of research and the E. coli levels alone were 5 times greater than what is considered the safe level. So even if you're filtering your water from these rivers, I'd still recommend boiling it too, just to be safe. There you go, look, everyone's in tow. After a bit of walking down the river, for about 100 metres, it was a bit shallow. Everyone's on and we're properly afloat now. Liam and Ellie.
How we doing?
Let's go, gang.
Beautiful to be out.
Beautiful to be with you, bro.
Likewise.
Mr. Paul Tucker. Mucker Tucker. Dale's outside. Some know him as Joe, others as Posh Rat. What's happening, brother?
Going down the river in my pants.
G-Man, GG, Gareth Griffiths. First portage of the day. There's a weir down there. So we've had to portage here. Bit of a walk down to the next bit. Proper bit of bushwhacking. Liam's cleared most of it for us, but we're chucking our canoe down first.
It's alright, there's a bit all there.
It's nice not knowing what's around every bend, isn't it?
Yeah. You know it's a ball ache you keep getting out. It's like 10% of that is quite nice for a little bit of adventure.
Yeah, for sure. There's sheep on a bridge up there, look. Don't see that every day.
Oh my god. It's like the last thing I thought of. I was like, what could be snack? They're the best.
Apple ring gang. Looks like a fishing setup, but nobody's there. First one to catch a fish. Well and Joe. What is it? This is the most peaceful way to spend a day. Dreams can come true. You know you got to be strong. We've come into a little bit of an obstruction. Joe's just having to cut the branch off so we can get past with the silky. Everyone's chilling. Everyone happy?
Oh yeah.
Good stuff. Catherine's in for a little swim.
I got your hat.
Thank you. My hat flew off. So basically, I had to do a little recce. We stopped and looked at the river, assessed it. There was nowhere to get out. And in these situations, you've just got to keep the boat arrow straight and hit it with a bit of speed and let the current take you. If you let the boat twist, that's when it will flip you over. Catherine's just having a little dip. She walked down there.
It's lovely.
So we've just stopped for a little bit of lunch. We found this cool little island here, and look at the houses in the background. Look at the architecture on that. But yeah, stopping for some food, so I'm going to get the bush box on. There's a little bit of driftwood here. I've got a little block to light, so I'll just get that going easy enough with a lighter. And we've got some super noodles for lunch and then a couple of snacks and that. So, and Catherine's found an old shoe. Katherine, would you like a little swig of the famous Tinnerbros toffee nut liqueur with whiskey? Banging stuff that. Water wise, we've brought the Ridge Monkey 5 litre with the tap on there. Got the 14cm billy can and then like an American issued canteen. The bush box, a spork and a flipping spoon slash fork because it's not a spork. Fire dragon, the little hatchet, Bergen, silky. Chicken super noodles with a little bit of pre-cooked Tesco chicken breast in there. I think it's the barbecue chicken one. Catherine's on the chow mein noodles. A little bit of wood left on the bush box. G-Man's just cooking up his. What have you got, G?
A little spag bowl all in the bag, jobby.
Nice. And you, Brev?
Same as.
Kushti.
All good.
What are you on, Dells, for lunch?
Soup.
Bit of soup? What soup have you got?
Veggie soup.
Bit of veggie soup?
Yes. Looks a bit like soup.
And back on the water, fully fed. Look at that. Nice gaff, mate. Elle's up front, Dells is fishing, G-Man's chilling. Last few people just getting in now.
In the middle is a boulder this big.
Big boulder.
So you wouldn't get a canoe either side of that.
Okay. Right, we're in a bit of a pickle here because there's a weir down there. This is looking like the only way that we might be able to go. It looks like there was a portage on the other side where that fence is, But I've got out, jumped the fence, had a look, walked down, and there's no way that we can take the boats out and get them back in.
I reckon, just on the other side of this big bush, you could drag the boats through that where Lima's coming in.
And that's us all across now. Little bit of a faff there. It took quite a while, to be honest, but we had to check out all the routes, and that was the best one. Turned out alright though. So yeah, back on the river. Another bridge up ahead. There's been loads of cool bridges on this trip so far, don't you reckon, Bob? Loads of good bridges. Decided to start looking for a camp spot. There's been nothing viable for miles really. It's just a case of keeping our eyes open now, and probably the next available spot that all of us can stay at, we'll just pull the boats out there and call it a day. It's been a good one though. Weather's still mint, sun's still really high in the sky, plenty of daylight left. It's just you don't want to be paddling until late night, so you just eat and go to sleep, you know. We want to hang out. So yeah, spot, let's go. Another fallen tree, requiring the Silky's attention.
Oi, oi.
And G-Man's. Good Al, good Joe, good Paul.
Oi, oi, Captain.
Legends. That's the future house that Katherine wants, isn't that right?
That is my absolute dream.
There you go. One day, boys, one day. Subscribe and maybe we'll get there.
Another creature. The grey.
Chin chin, brother.
Chin chin, lad. Nice barrels on the go, 2 30-litre barrels.
Yes, yeah, man.
Yeah, boy. Looking good. You got loads of stickers on there, bro.
I know, loads. One of yours on this one, man.
I know where it is. It's on the top lid.
Is it on the lid?
It's on the lid.
It's on the lid, it's not bloody here.
G Stafari.
Hey, buddy.
In the Bobcat. In the Bobcat 1. Solid 10. Look at the setup here. Boat on the go, basher on the go, up against the fence. Nice little pointy bit at the top. Got the hiking pole usage in there. That's looking awesome. Joe's up here, classic. He loves the poncho.
It's fast, it's boiled. Cup of tea, first one all day, can't wait. Love it.
For evening meals, we've chosen ease above all. Yeah, we got mac and cheeses, we've got veggie breakfast, we've got chili and rice, veggie chili and rice. What else we got? A couple of other bits there. Pasta bolognese, and then some military issued ones that I had left over. I've got a free bean chili and a curry and rice. I'm going to chuck to Gareth. A hot pot and a mince hot pot, love it. Take you home. What do you know? What are you doing?
And tried it, and since then he's been doing curries, all that. But literally being uncomfortable.
Good morning, team. Just walking a little way down from camp just because everyone's sitting, eating, having breakfast or cooking breakfast. But yeah, this is where we stayed last night. Right on the side of the river, on the riverbank, nice and flat. Didn't see anybody at all. There's a few horses in that field over there. But yeah, we were kind of just left to our own devices last night. Didn't get to Kip till about midnight. Ended up having a few beers and then someone got the whiskey out. So yeah, a little bit hoarse this morning, feeling it. But no, this river's been so mint. Yesterday was such a great paddle. I didn't realise how wild this river was. And by that I mean like the portages were a case of cutting branches off or hacking our way through. The river's been nice and twisty. We've really not known what's around any of the corners. And it's been good. It's been really exciting. I love that. I love a wild river. It's almost as if people haven't paddled this stretch for years, given that how many trees are over and the lack of roots through them all. So yeah, really good, having such a good time. Everyone else is having a good time. Camping in the Lavoo. It's the Lavoo, innit? Love the Lavoo, so yeah, proper happy with that. I think we're going to do a shop run this morning. People just need more beers or more water or more food or just items that you want to buy, you know. But now I'm just going to go and have some hard-boiled eggs, enjoy a coffee, have a slow pack down, and then we'll get back out on the water for day 2. Stoked for it, let's go. Morning, brother.
Morning, dude.
Morning. Morning.
Right, that's it.
And we are on to start day 2. Quite a steep get out and put in, so we're just using Joe's rope to lower the boats in. We've come to the end of this stretch. That's the Mill pub you can see in the background. I think we're going to stop off for a pint. We've got a little bit of a naughty portage first, through the nettles, down the way, over a bridge, over a fence, and then back in. We're out the river, and the portage isn't too bad. This one's got loads of flat nettles, clearly been portaged a few times before. We've just been speaking to a local angler who's telling us about their angling syndicate they've got here. He was a nice guy, told us where the next weir is, which is 1.5 miles away. But yeah, we're going to stop in there for a pint, maybe have something to eat. Everyone's getting hungry and the smell coming from the kitchen is rather good, so yeah, and then we're going to move on. So bash! That's incredible. Let's go.
Proper pirates, mate.
Proper.
Whistle? No, you don't know. Liam, whistle. I'm good, thank you. Ellie?
Sorry.
Go on, Katherine. Bossing the captainessing of the ship. Look at the size of this compared to Joe as the scale.
Offended?
And Joe's a big lad. They are massive.
Massive, yeah.
What are they called again, bro?
Gonorrhea, my mate said.
Gonorrhea. Gonorrhea. Whee. Right then, gang. Bit of a job's worth. So, there's a weir back there, which is completely impassable for fully laden canoes. So we've paddled down to this little offshoot, tried to get round, and one of the flat owners, not house or landowners, one of the flat owners has come out and started kicking off that we were crossing their garden, which, you know, fair enough, must annoy them. But they've said that we can come through the front garden, which is public land anyway. So yeah, a little bit of a mess about, but we're here, we're getting back in. Oh, we did kick off at me as well for having the camera out, but whatever. Liam's got a pigeon on his canoe, look, in the middle of Limonelli.
Take me for a ride, mate.
If you don't want him, can I have him?
Oh, what a guy.
I love it.
He's happy to be there. He wants feeding, eh?
There you go. He's comfy. Mate, he loves it.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
He wants to stay. Bring him along. So we're carrying a box of 18 Fosters for Gareth, and he's paid his tax. He's paid his carrying tax. Cheers, mate. We've just portaged here. There's a nice little, I don't know, it's like a fishing peg or something. Right next to this bridge. We're very close to Tesco. It's only a couple hundred metres behind us. Really cool looking bridge.
I'll pull you in, you don't find
So we're just tying off onto the little jetty, leaving plenty of slack so everyone can get in. Go find Tezzies, get some more beers, restock, get a few sweet treats for tonight. It looks like people have camped here before as well, because there's remnants of an old fire there. Back in the boat, all stocked up. Got some more Stellas, got some more food, everyone's happy. We're now trying to find a camp spot before we get too far into Warwick, unless it's like super town vibes and there's nowhere for us to camp. So yeah, all eyes on the recce right now. And here is our first glimpse of Warwick Castle. In the background there, look. Bosh. So that means there's a weir coming up, which means another portage. But yeah, we're still looking for a camp spot. Obviously being a town, it's quite busy, loads of people, tracks and that, all the footpaths are, they're all busy, plenty of people out on the river as well. So we might just have to keep pushing on for an hour or two, who knows, we might have to get past Warwick, but keeping our hopes up. But yeah, weather's still nice, sun's still out shining bright, nice little breeze, and we've got a castle and Stella. There he is. He just went straight for us again. Oh, it's obstruction after obstruction. So that one had a tree fallen down and you had to stand on a branch, but everything had collected up against that branch, so when you stood on it your foot would just fall through. And then there was a big chunky willow or something behind it, so it was a case of getting out, standing on the tree, pulling the boat over. We're still looking for a camp spot. Time's ticking on now. It's gone back to being very wild, this river, once we've been through that town. Here you go, look, it's starting to feel like we've done this route so you guys don't have to. Less than 100 metres ahead, another big obstruction. There's a giant limb that's come off that tree and it's across the whole river. It looks like someone's put a board up there, doesn't it, Katherine?
Yeah, it might work to our advantage.
Well, we'll slide the boat on top of it. Let's paddle up and have a look. Uh-oh. We didn't go in, we tried to get the boat out, it got snagged, the tail went under the water and that was it. It started filling up, so we had to get all the kit out quick. We're just having a look on that left hand side, see if we can get past there. If not, it's going to have to be up and over.
I don't even know what that stuff is, but it looks like it's been purposely planted. It just goes back for ages.
No joy?
No man, no good.
That tree was horrendous. We're past it now though, and the river has widened out again, thankfully. So, as I always say, something will always present itself, guys. Alright, we are in the camp spot. Not really that ideal, but we do have a view over Warwick Castle, which is pretty cool. It just looks like a bit, well, it's just sheep grazing land basically, but it's got a nice little ramp down to the river. We can see a couple of houses, a pink cottage in the distance and a big house next to that, but it's 9:30, we're losing the light fast. A couple of the guys have just gone a bit further down the river, you can see the woods there, just to have a little recce, but turned out to be a no-go. The banks are too steep, so this is kind of what we've got to settle with. So we're just going to chill here, minimal camp stuff, just sit in the low ground until dark, get the stuff out, and then leave nice and early. Obviously, bringing everything with us.
99% chance of impassable portage. 99% chance of a silky big boy.
Well, spirits are high at camp anyway. Is everybody still having a nice time? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Morning team. Starting day 3. We're pretty much all packed down now. Just a case of getting the boats in the water. We do have an issue though. Our main man Joe has come down quite unwell. So we're trying to figure out a plan of where Joe can get out basically and get picked up. Because we've still got another day and a half on this river yet. So we're just sorting logistics out at the minute. Banging sleep. I got a new mat, Onetigris mat. It's been delightful. I'm gonna aim to get into camp a little bit earlier today. Yesterday was, oh man, that was such a good day. Bit of a ball ache though. Lots of hacking trees, getting out of the boats, climbing over the trees and all that, but it's been wicked. When you're on these multi-day trips, you haven't really got a choice, you have to find a way. Now, there was a few issues yesterday with access, private land and having to get out and all of that. We did have to speak to a few people, so would I recommend this route based off of access? Probably not. That'll be the reason nobody multi-day paddles this river, I'd imagine, other than the fat obstructions, but it's fun. As I say, it's fun. We really pulled together as a team yesterday. Grafted hard, helped each other out with the bags and the boats and all that. So yeah, it's just gone 8 o'clock. We want to be getting on the water soonish, just because this is grazing land, so we're half expecting the farmer to come round early doors. Early doors, he says. It's already 8 o'clock, but we were going to get on the river for 7. But there you go. So yeah, let's go and start day 3. Dels and Elle have been out fishing this morning. I reckon they just got, what did you say? How much have you had?
About 4 or 5 perch and now a little jack.
Little jack pike. You guys must have been out nice and early.
Yeah, we were up at like 6:30.
Also, it's Liam's birthday, so happy birthday, Liam.
Thank you, my man.
What a time to have a birthday, bro.
Amazing. What a trip.
Birthday river trip.
It's bloody glorious. Ooh, got a little bit wet, mate. Oh, amazing. Lemur. Oh, you legend. Big love. Thank you, guys.
Everyone signed the card. It got wet in the river. How are you feeling, brother Joe?
Yeah, pretty fuzzy. Pretty fuzzy. Some water going on. So drained, yeah. So drained. By the flyover is the university boathouse.
Gutted. Lost my sunnies yesterday as well, climbing over that big tree. And they were tortoiseshell. A snail. Do you know what snail? Do you know what snail is in Polish?
Go on.
Ślimak.
I know what pig is. Spinach.
Yeah. Bozczek. That's like gammony bacon, isn't it?
Mate, that stuff is
Thick cut.
bog.
Liam loves it. Bozczek. Yeah. How do you call it? Boshek. Bolsak. Boshek. I know. Hey brother. Siema bracie.
Siema, bracie.
Siema bracie. Yeehaw. Good shooting, mate. There goes my hero. He's ordinary. So this bit here with the forest in the background, it kind of reminds us all of the River Wye. There's a section on there with high banks and high trees. It's really nice. So we've pulled the boats up because Joe's ill. He's booked a taxi. He's going to leave. Liam and Ellie have also called it because Ellie is ill, which might not be a good sign for the rest of us. So we're just waiting for the taxi now. We'll get their kit on and then the rest of us will continue downriver. We're going to try and get into camp earlier today. We're going to be hitting the town of Barford in a couple of hours, and then we'll push through Barford and try and find a spot there. Looking at the satellite on the map, it does look like a nice big section of woods, so fingers crossed we make it without any hiccups and we can get to that woods. But you never know on these river trips. That's almost the beauty of it. Not knowing where you're going to be staying or what the ground is going to offer you. Sometimes you just got to make do with sheep fields like last night. Sometimes you get them real picturesque woodland spots. But yes, let's get these guys away and we'll be back on the river. And then there were 5. This is a lovely section, isn't it? Super wide, super deep, plenty of fish, not the dating app. First weir of the day.
Got it?
What you got yourself there then, bub?
There's a leech. A leech.
Oh, there's a leech on there.
Yeah.
What are they? Swan feathers?
Yeah, from Nature's Charity Shop.
Woo! Whole load of them there. The whole gang's got one. Els is in his hat, Dels has got 2 in her hair. And Paul and Gareth are taking one home. Little mementos from the river.
Why is there so many oysters though?
That's a very good shout. There's little fish in there as well.
Is that full?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not full. There is hundreds, if not thousands, of oyster shells on the riverbed.
That one's a little bit broken.
It's a bit broken, isn't it? They're full of little creatures on the bottom as well. They're full of leeches.
Lovely.
They're full of leeches. Baby little baby leeches.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, right, maybe give that one a little skip. I'd love to have a river at the bottom of my house, mate. How cool would that be?
We could just have that one. Just that boat and that little room there.
I bet you just have that one.
Yeah, just that would be
I'll have the pergola.
a bit to the right, as far right as possible.
Roger. Little booster, Super Mario Kart booster. Well, there ain't 6 of us, there's 7. Because Sherwood's been here the whole time, haven't you, Bert? Chilling in the side there. Say hello to your friends. What do you want for tea, mate? A bit of bolognese, is it? Right. Stick you here, pal. I'll get you a Stella while you wait. Oh,
Junk already.
Sausage. Anyone need any boiling the bags boiling while ours are going in?
Thank you.
Good brother, thank you.
Well, good luck to the rest of the guys. We just went past a mother and father swan with their cygnets. There was a whole school of them, weren't there? And he was in the attack stance. He was clearly very angry. He chased us for a good couple of 100 metres past all of the cygnets. So the rest of the squad is behind us a few 100 metres now. So yeah, I reckon we should pull up soon and wait for them. A mighty fine bit of sirloin, I tell thee. Well, of course, the pub that we've paddled our little hearts out for is temporarily closed. So we've just had a quick look at the map. It's looking like another 45-minute paddle down the river, which is fine. That's all good. The current's quite good here. Just spoke to a nice guy who was out pulling weeds at the front of his house. He was asking about the swans back there. Yeah, so another 45 and hopefully we should be getting a pint. Lunch is good, not too hungry yet, so yeah, it's still early, man. Still only like 3 o'clock, so go for a little pint. And then we kind of want to get into camp early tonight because we've said that every night. Fingers crossed tonight is the night, because each night we've been getting in quite late and everybody fancies a chill out, a little bit of a fishing session. I fancy getting the catties out and having a shoot at some beer cans. So yeah, we're all on the same page of, it's not about distance this trip. It's about chilling, hanging out with our friends, enjoying the beautiful river and Mother Nature, which is, mate, it's impeccable. It's absolutely impeccable. This has been lovely. Weather's been on our side as well, so everyone's happy. Let's push on. So we're just coming up to my nan's spare house. It's just a holiday rental, so it's nothing much, you know. Yeah, it's just a little small one in the country. It's not something out of Harry Potter or something.
When Guardian flying that, we fit in. Yeah, do you want that rope down?
We have landed back on dry land. A couple of picnic tables, but there is direct access to the pub. So we're going to tie all the boats up, leave them in the water just in case we have to dash quick. But yeah, we're going to leave them here, get out. It's just a case of walking up the steps, chuck a right and down into the pub. Hopefully this one's open, fingers crossed. Just outside the Cotswolds, definitely look like there's some money around here. Houses are nice in this village, there's some nice cars, and then us river tramps pitch up and go stink out the pub. Look at what the landlord's done here. They weren't even doing food. There's beef, there's veggies, there's chips, there's rolls.
Hey, listen, absolutely fantastic. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you so much, my man. What's your name?
David.
David, and this is
the Ferry Inn.
the Ferry Inn on the River Avon.
Absolutely.
Let's go. What's the village called again?
Elverston.
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 Stratford-upon-Avon. There you go.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Just come down to check on the boats. Everything looks all right. Everything's untouched. We're all tied up, so we're still off the land and all that. What an absolute legend of a landlord, honestly. So I haven't fully disclosed some of the dramas we've been in on this trip regarding like access and getting across, and you know, if there's a super steep weir with a 90-degree drop and you just can't portage to get the boats down, our hand has been turned and we've had to cut across a few people's gardens. Yeah, it don't sound great, does it? But try and put yourself in our shoes where you're on a 4-day trip. You can't prepare for every eventuality. Anyway, there is an act somewhere. Liam knows the act. He could quote it. Go and watch his video to learn it. I'm not going to put it in there, but there is something by law, and it says something like if you can't access the river, if there's a weir or something that you can't get down, you can legally cross private land and it's not trespassing or something. Yeah, as I say, go watch Liam's video. But anyway, long story shorter, landlord, legend, has been nothing but accommodating. He's come and sat with us, he's had a few drinks, we've been chatting with him for a good couple of hours now. It's kind of restored our faith in humanity a little bit, because yeah, I won't lie, it has dragged the mood down somewhat at some points where, you know, we're out here for a good time, we're causing no harm, we're very respectful. Not everybody is, and unfortunately people get tired of the same brush. But yeah, it's all good vibes here. We're thinking, because the day's getting on, and as I've said, we want to get to camp early, we're going to camp here. We're going to camp here. This is well away from the rest of the village. We've seen no people, nobody's been down here, the boats are fine, the landlord's lovely, the locals up there seem super friendly, so we've decided if we push on now, we're going to hit Stratford and it's not going to be very campable because it's a built up area, town vibes, and we'll end up with a late night camp again if we push through Stratford. So we're basically ended up with this. Boats are okay, let's go back to the pub. What a shame. Morning shaggers, up and about on day 4. I got eaten alive last night. My legs are absolutely chewed to bits, feet are swollen, arms are bitten, burnt. So we've made the call, rather than paddling onto Stratford this morning to get out, the drivers have got taxi and gone back to the vans. They're now on their way back here, so we can get all the kit out, all the boats out and packed up and ready to leave. It's been a wicked trip. I've had the best time. Tough going. First 2 days, that was really wild. Some great exploration, good adventure. And then the paddle yesterday, that was just seamless. Couple of weirs, but nice and wide, nice and deep. I truly believe the rivers are like the last places you can really adventure in the UK. And hopefully we kind of showed you that with this video.